Hello, sexy viewer. Minors not included. Today I'll be showing you how I personally edit on Davinci Resolve. Let's get started. In this video, I'm going to be showing you how I edit my social media videos. So if you're new to Davinci, I highly suggest you watch this video first. That video will show you how to use Davinci. I will not be doing that in this video. And to answer some quick questions, no, I don't use the pro version. Yes, you get free updates. And yes, everything in this video is free. So my timeline for this video will be split up. So if you want to jump to any part of the video, you can. Anything that I talk about in this video that requires a link will be down in the description down below. So if you don't already have the software downloaded, I have the link down below in the description. This is how the website's going to look like. So you're just going to scroll down and click on free download now. Now, if the number next to my Davinci Resolve doesn't look similar to yours, it's because it's probably the updated version. That's what the number means next to the Davinci Resolve. All right, moving on to plugins. What is a plugin? It's basically like an expansion pack for whatever software you're using. And I currently use two plugins for Davinci, and yes, both are free. So the first one is called Magic Zoom. So this effect basically gives you the zoom in effect without using keyframes. The second plugin is called the Free Starter Pack 2.0, and this plugin gives you a whole bunch of extra effects. Now, please keep in mind that these are plugins. These are extra on your PC. So if you don't have a strong enough PC, it will slow down your Davinci Resolve. So this is optional. If you want to install these are completely free and they get emailed to you as a download. And these downloads go straight into your Davinci Resolve. And I'll be putting both of these down below in the description. So once you open up Davinci Resolve, it's going to look like this. Obviously, I have projects on mine, so ignore that. So I don't currently use this page. I actually use the third one to the bottom, which is the timeline page. I edit all of my videos on the same file. And the reason why is because I have so many audio files that I don't want to be deleted and I don't want to carry it over onto a separate other file. So it just basically makes it easier for me. Before we get to editing, I'm going to show you guys all the effects that I use in this video. That way we're not going and trying to find them throughout the video. To save effects, just hover over what effect you want to save and click on the star, and it should automatically go to your favorites. So these first four you can find under video transition. So that would be smooth cut, push, glow, and pop wobble. The next one is text, which you can find under titles. The next one's outer stroke, which you can find under effects. 3D cure and transform you can find under filters. And my last two, magic zoom and pointers, can be found under effects, but in this video we won't be using pointers. Now let's talk about aspect ratios. So you have two, obviously horizontal and vertical. For horizontal videos like YouTube videos, just keep it exactly how it is currently. But if you want to make a TikTok or an Instagram reel, you want to switch it to vertical. To do that, we're going to head to the settings icon, ignore my Windows Activate, I know, and you're just going to click on use vertical resolution and click on save. Now I'm going to my file folder and just dragging and dropping a video onto my timeline. So obviously the first thing I do is scrub through my video. So I'm just going to be keeping only anything with audio. So I'm just going to click on my split button and just split up anything that I don't want and delete anything that I also don't want to keep. So this orange bar is basically what you're viewing. So you want to keep it at the front. And now I can zoom in and now I can see my timeline in full view. So notice how I'm not in frame. I'm just going to make sure throughout the video I am in frame. So I'm just going to keep myself in the middle. And to do that, I use position X up here at the top right hand corner. And obviously to zoom, if you want to zoom in, you can do that as well. And you can also move your Y position as well and your rotation angle. Ooh, I don't like my background in this video. So I'm going to give myself a green screen effect. So let's go into our favorites folder like before, and we're going to drag on 3D cure onto our video. So to know that the effect is on your video, make sure that the FX button is on the video and select it. Click on this drop down menu and click on open effects. On the right hand side, the effects panel should be there. Now we're just going to click on this drop right here and click on our background, and our background should fully disappear. So let's just say that the green screen effect didn't come out clean. You do have this despill option right here that you can turn up, but just keep in mind it does distort the colors on your model. Or let's just say it gave you a green screen effect on your eyes and you don't want that. Click on the dropper right here, which is the negative one, and select what you don't want. I kind of just do this a couple times to make sure like I don't want anything. So I like to make sure that my model is white. That way I have the full color on my model. All right, now that we have our green screen effect, let's get our background. So I'm moving my model to video 2 and video 1 will be where I put my background. Now I'm just going to drag and drop in that area, and now we have our background. So let's make the beginning transition of my videos. Typically I pop up at the beginning of my videos. To do that, I use the push effect on my video. So I'm just going to drag and drop that onto my VTuber model. Obviously when I do that, it's going to push me off to the right hand side, and I don't want that. So you're just going to click on the effect and go up to up, and now it should push you up. And I like to typically put that really fast, so I'm just going to shorten it. So now it should look like this. And I typically pair that with an audio, so I'm just going to import an audio. And this audio is a little bit too loud, so I like to just decrease the volume on that. So this is how my video looks like currently. Hi everybody, I'm going to show you how to pan zoom with Magic Zoom. Ooh, she's going to teach you how to pan zoom? Let's do that. All right, let's go back to our favorites, and you're going to see Magic Zoom free. Now you're just going to drag that onto your VTuber model. and the effect should be on your model. So this is how your right side should look like. I know it looks like a hot mess, but trust me, it's super easy. So now that the effect is on your video, it's going to automatically put in a zoom, and you can fix that. So where you actually want to start the zoom, put your orange cursor at it and then click on zoom point. And I like to click it twice to make sure that it's actually on the point. Now the zoom should be where you want it to be. And same goes for the end of the zoom point. So I'm just going to put the end of the zoom point right here. And so now the video should look like this. You can change the position of the zoom here where it says pivot, or you can just click on these buttons right here. Let's just say I wanted the zoom to be on the top left. It's going to move it to the top left now. You can also change the zoom type down here where it says zoom details, and it gives you different options. So now this is what my video looks like. Hi everybody, I'm going to show you how to pan zoom with Magic Zoom. Let's spice up this video by adding in images. I'm just going to drag and drop this Davinci Resolve logo and resize it. I like to put this kind of near my chest. And you can get images like these over on Google, and I just make sure it's a PNG. That way it has a transparent background. Notice how the image is really dull and boring. I like to add outer stroke onto the image. I just drag and drop it, and it gives you a border and a drop shadow. You can change the border width right here and the drop shadow right here. And to add even more to it, I'm going to add a transition and an audio to it. So I'm just going to drag and pop wobble onto it and just resize it to be a little bit shorter. And I'm just going to choose this audio for it. So now your video should look like this. Hi everybody, I'm going to show you how to pan zoom with Magic Zoom. So now I'm just going to crop it. That way it's only at the beginning of the video. And now I'm just going to add another icon into the video, and I'm doing the same exact thing that I did to the Davinci Resolve one. So I'm just going to add another track. I'm just going to drag and drop my image, put on pop wobble, decrease it, drag on outer stroke, put up the border width, zoom out, bring it down, and add in an audio. And so now it should look like this. Hi everybody, I'm going to show you how to pan zoom with Magic Zoom. Now to make the video more interesting, I'm going to add in a zoom effect onto the Magic Zoom icon. And to do this, I'm going to be using Magic Zoom again. So we're just going to go down to Magic Zoom and just drag it onto the PNG. But notice how it's not popping up on the right hand corner. You're going to actually see it right down here. You're just going to click on that and it should open the panel up for you. So I'm just going to find the place where I want to put the zoom in. And I'm just going to click zoom in. And this will be my zoom out because I will also crop it off right here. So now your full video should look like this. Hi everybody, I'm going to show you how to pan zoom with Magic Zoom. So let's continue with the rest of the video. But Lumi, how'd you do it? So let's pretend here in this portion that somebody is asking us something. Let's just say a Twitch chatter, or just a chatter in general. We can create a PNG for it. So this website called Twitch Message Creator can create the images for you. And this is how the message is going to look like right here at the bottom. And then for message, obviously we can put in the question. If you want to change the color, you can go ahead and click on any of the colors here on the screen. Or if you want to add any emblems, you can go ahead and click on any emblems on the screen as well. And to save it, all you have to do is click on Save Comment. And it saves it automatically as a PNG. Now in our video, I'm just going to drag and drop our new PNG, which is the chatter. And I'm just going to resize it all the way down to my chest. And I'm going to do the same as before, put on pop wobble, and resize it to a smaller size, and add in a sound effect. For the sake of the video, I'm deleting the portion where I showed you how to do the Magic Zoom. So now your video should look like this. Hi everybody, I'm going to show you how to pan zoom with Magic Zoom. But Lumi, how'd you do it? All right, continuing from here, we're going to add on a new background. It's called paper background, and you can find it on YouTube and just screen record it. So I'm just going to drag and drop that over here. And I want this to have a transition where it pops up. You can use whatever transition you like, but I'm using pop wobble for this. And as you can see, I love pop wobble. You're just going to drag and drop pop wobble onto the video, and it should look something like this. Well, I used a plugin called Magic Zoom. Now from here, I'm just dragging in the same PNG from before, and it will be my Magic Zoom picture. And I'm just dragging outer stroke onto that PNG. And the only reason why I'm dragging on this time is because I want the drop shadow. So now I want the Magic Zoom PNG to have an effect. So I'm going to use keyframes for it. So make sure that the image is selected, and now we're going to make the first keyframe. Making the first keyframe is very important, and make sure you do it at the beginning of the PNG. So to make the first keyframe, you're just going to select zoom and position right here and make sure that the orange is selected. Now we're going to make the next frame. So we're just going to move on to the next frame, and we are going to make sure that we make the next keyframe, which is just by selecting it and making it orange. Now in this frame, I'm going to want it to go up and down. So I'm just going to go down in this frame. And now in the next frame, I'm just going to make the next keyframe and just make sure it goes up. And now I'm just going to continue this through the rest of the video. All right, so now your video should look something like this. So now we're going to add a audio to that and just add it in right there. So now this portion of the video should look something like this. Well, I used a plugin called Magic Zoom. It's free, easy to use, and easy to install. So now I'm going to cap off the ending to video 3. So I'm just going to split it and delete it. And now I'm just going to create a transition into the next portion of the video. And I'm going to put 2 pushes on each of these and decrease them and make sure that these 2 are equal. And for each one, I'm going to do a push right And so now it should look like this. I hope this helps. And now we are currently at the end of the video. So typically at the end of my videos, I like to make my model go downwards because that creates a loop. Typically on Instagram Reels and on TikToks, they create loops. So now I'm going to show you how to create that. So I'm just going to drag on push onto the end of my video, and then I'm going to decrease it and do a push down. And I make sure to have the background equal to the push. So yes, it is going to have a little bit of an overhang, but that is there for a reason. So let's put all of that together and let me show you the full video. Hi everybody, I'm going to show you how to pan zoom with Magic Zoom. But Lumi, how'd you do it? Well, I used a plugin called Magic Zoom. It's free, easy to use, and easy to install. I hope this helps. And just like that, you created your whole entire video. Now there are 2 more things that you can add to your video, but you don't have to, you can cap it off right here. I personally like to do embedded thumbnails, and I also like to add my tag. So what is an embedded thumbnail? So an embedded thumbnail is basically a thumbnail, but you put it inside the video, so you don't actually have to do it outside the video. I currently use canva.com to make all of my embedded thumbnails. And yes, Canva is free, and I'll be putting the link down below in the description. Over here on the left-hand side, you're just going to click create, and you're going to type in Instagram. And you're going to click on Instagram Reel Cover. And here you just make your thumbnail like usual. So I just made a simple one for this video, but you're just going to click share and then download. Now going back to Davinci, you're going to zoom out from your project completely, and then you're going to left click and select everything in the video and just move it to the side. And now you're just going to drag and drop your new icon and zoom all the way back in. Now you're at the start of your video, and you're just going to crop it at the first tick and delete the rest. And now you can bring your whole project back. And so now you have an embedded thumbnail. All right, so now let's add your tags. I always call them tags, but they're called social media banners. Under effects, click on titles and scroll all the way down. You have a whole section called social media. Also, if you don't have it, it's probably because you didn't download the plugin from earlier, but you have a whole bunch of free banners because of the plugin. Most of these are for YouTube and for Instagram, but I personally like to make a banner for Twitch myself. So to do that, I'm just gonna add a extra track, and I'm just going to put in a Twitch icon. I got this icon off of Google, and I'm just placing it at the top. Then I'm just adding another track, going back to favorites and adding a text, and I'm putting it right next to the Twitch icon. And I am just going to resize it and put it into the location that I wanted to put. So I'm going to color and clicking on the purple, and I'm going down to stroke, and I'm clicking on white, and I'm putting the size all the way up and click on outside only. And that is how I create my Twitch banner. Now you can leave it as is, but I like putting opacity onto both of these. So I'm clicking on settings, and I'm going down to composite, and I'm just bringing it down, and that way it is opaque. And I'm doing the same thing to the Twitch icon. I'm going down to composite and just turning it down. And with that, I'm also adding a transition onto both of these. I am going to put in glow. So now I'm just going to resize it to where I want it to start and end. I'm just cropping it out of the white background. And so now this is the final product of the video. Hi everybody, I'm going to show you how to pan zoom with Magic Zoom. But Lumi, how'd you do it? Well, I used a plugin called Magic Zoom. It's free, easy to use, and easy to install. I hope this helps. So yeah, that's basically how I edit all of my social videos. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did like this video, please leave a like and subscribe for more. And if you have any questions or suggestions, please leave them down below as well, because those are highly appreciated. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!